Hello, friends. I'm glad to meet you on this program called English Intricacies. For today, we'll have a few words that give confusion to many people, a few pairs of words. We will see the difference in meaning in their usage. Thank you. Let us start off with the first pair of words, old and ancient. Sample sentences. My old parents need a lot of care. Ancient. Akbar was an emperor in ancient India. Or the Taj Mahal is an ancient monument. Old is used for things and people of contemporary time, of the near present, the near past. For example, old people, old buildings, old newspapers, old cities, old TV set, etc. Ancient is used for things of long ago in the remote past. So you got ancient monuments, ancient customs, people in ancient times. So ancient spans over many centuries in the long ago. Past, the remote past. So, old is of a shorter duration than ancient. Ancient is long duration in the very remote past. Second pair is clever and intelligent. Both are similar meanings. In sample sentence. This is a clever monkey. It knows many tricks. For intelligence, man's intelligence distinguishes him from beasts. Clever is a particular kind of intelligence which is capable of quick understanding, especially application of ideas, planning things. So not only men, even animals can be clever. Those who are skillful in doing things, a skillful carpenter, a clever carpenter, a clever engineer. But sometimes this word clever has a negative connotation. For example, we speak about government's clever propaganda or being too clever by half. So if you have got a very talented students in your class, teacher might better say he is a bright student rather than a clever student. A clever student may also play tricks on you. Intelligence refers to a higher level of thinking ability. Ability to think well, to do sharp thinking. It has always a positive meaning. So a teacher is always happy to have bright or intelligent students in his or her class. The next pair is clever and intelligent. Beg your pardon, the next pair is climate and weather. Day-to-day changes in atmospheric conditions or short-term changes in the atmosphere, we call it weather. So you have sunny weather, hot weather, cold weather, cloudy weather, etc. These are the prevailing atmospheric conditions over a short period. There may be rainy weather, humid weather, sultry weather, etc. On the other hand, climate refers to the weather conditions over a long period of time in a large area. So besides day-to-day changes like temperature, sunshine, rain, it also includes winds, humidity, atmospheric pressure, etc. Thus we have tropical climate, European climate, Mediterranean climate, etc. we love to live in a place that has got a very salubrious climate. Let us see the next pair. Please and kindly. They are practically the same meaning. Let us see two sample sentences. Could you please tell me the time? Second sentence, you are in a great hurry. Could you kindly wait for your turn? Both please and kindly are used for making polite requests. They have practically the same meaning, but there is a little difference in meaning in their usage. The word kindly can have sometimes a negative meaning, and it can express irritation, unpleasantness, etc. Suppose a teacher is finding a noisy class and she asks the students to keep quiet. Please keep quiet, children. And they don't listen. Then she may repeat it a second time. Children, could you kindly keep quiet? The difference in meaning is made out by also the difference in tone. So when somebody tells you kindly, it may have a negative connotation sometimes. The next word we have is the word concerned. Where is this word placed? Before the noun or after the noun? For example, officer concerned and concerned officer. These have different meanings. Let's see two sentences. The officer concerned is on leave today. The concerned officer is worried about the missing file. In this case, the officer concerned means the officer in charge, the officer on duty. He is on leave today. He is the officer concerned. Second sentence, concerned officer means the worried officer. Why is he worried? Because some file is missing. So the concerned officer is worried about the missing file. So the placing of the word concerned changes the meaning, whether you place it before the noun or after the noun. The next pair we have is person responsible and responsible person. Once more, a word similar to concerned, and that is the word responsible. Here again, the position of the word responsible, whether it is before the noun or after the noun, changes the meaning of this word. Let's see two examples. The officer responsible for permits will meet you shortly. Second one, we must all be responsible citizens of the country. The officer responsible for permits means the officer handling the permits. It's like the officer concerned. Officer responsible for the files, he'll meet you shortly. He is in charge of the files. Whereas the second one, responsible, say citizen. Responsible citizens. Citizens who have a sense of duty, a sense of responsibility. That is the meaning of a responsible citizen. Now, sometimes in an office you may find an officer responsible for the work. The officer who is responsible for work is not a responsible person. Then you have a hard time dealing with that officer. Bye.